Non-writers will never understand the mental illness of writing an entire conversation in your head while doing dishes, and then forgetting every word the second you open a blank doc. Hey guys, it's Joey, and we're going to be looking at some Tumblr writing posts again. Both fun and serious. Maybe some relatable memes, but also some writing inspiration. Some motivation to keep us going. We'll see, let's just get right into it. Affirmations for writers. I know how to write. I have seen sentences before, and I know how to make one. I can identify up to several words and their meanings. I am not afraid of semicolons. I know how to use a semicolon, but also it always looks wrong. I do not write my lore down. I don't outline, I don't draft, I don't document. I imagine it. And if I forget it, I start over. You can prise starting sentences with end or but out of my cold, dead hands. I don't care if it's improper, I'm gonna do it anyway. It just feels right a lot of the time. My goal in writing isn't to be a master of the English language, but to portray a feeling. And a lot of our feelings are imperfect. Life after writing another self-indulgent fanfic. You, yes you, go write that fanfic you think nobody but you will read. What if I write it and it's bad? What if you write it and it's good? What if you write it and it's exactly what you wanted? What then? What if my writing isn't good enough? What if it's a reflection of your soul? What if it has a place in this world? What if you write it anyway? Writers and artists will go, this isn't good enough. My brother in Christ, you're creating something new out of nothing and expressing yourself creatively. Your productivity and unrealistic standards of perfection do not define you or the worth of your art. You're doing great. Ugh, this place is already full of cakes. Why did I even bring mine? There's plenty to choose from as is. So many cakes here, but it's a shame there's no... Wait, what's that over there? Yes, somebody made a pink one. Yes, 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 best day of my life. I assure you, somebody somewhere is on the exact same wavelength as you are. A single typo literally has the explosive power of a nuclear bomb. Like, I just read back possibly the most beautiful scene I've ever created, feeling so proud of myself, ready to start thinking about the Nobel Prize in Literature, etc., etc. And then suddenly, "It's oaky," he whispered. It's oaky. What is this, a wine tasting? When you've been a writer for long enough, commas become more of a spiritual practice than a grammatical one. Could I explain the actual rules of how they're used? Absolutely not. Do I rely on sensing a tremor in the force to tell me where to use them? Yes, and this has never failed me, even once. The problem with reading and writing leading to a strong vocabulary is that you tend to know the vibe of words instead of their meanings. If I used this word in a sentence, would it make sense? Absolutely. If you asked me what it meant, could I tell you? Absolutely not. Every unhinged fic writer needs an equally unhinged friend who yes-ends their ideas and encourages them to write all their most far-fetched and insane stories. If you've got a friend like this, go thank them right now. Thank them for supporting you and inspiring you to put your crazy idea out there. And if you don't have someone like that in your life, right now I am encouraging you to go write that crazy idea. I support you. Just start. You don't need permission. If it sucks, ask for help. Art, craft, second book, cake, writing, that show, people say it's good. Any new skill, making friends, the time will pass anyway. Sometimes the best writing advice is just let it be bad. Revolutionary, terrifying, but it works. Honestly, my main piece of advice for writing well-rounded characters is to make them a little bit lame. No real living person is 100% cool and suave 100% of the time. Everyone's a little awkward sometimes, or gets too excited about something goofy, or has a silly fear, or laughs about stupid things. Being a bit of a loser is an incurable part of the human condition. Utilize that in your writing. Give your characters exes. Give them a variety of exes. Give them relationships that shaped who they are but did not last. Give them people they tried very hard to love but it didn't work out. Give them situationships that taught them things. Give them something deep that was real but could not endure. Things that hurt, things that ended amicably. People with whom hot passion cooled to warm affection and became undying friendship. No more first and only. Give me the context of what made them know the next or one after was final and right. Characters going, "We were lovers once." It's okay, I guess. It's nice enough. Characters going, "We were friends once." Absolutely devastating. One hit knockout, I'm gone. Maybe it's because I'm aerospec, but this just hits so hard for me every time. We were once friends. We once chased each other in the playground. We held one another's still beating hearts in our palms. Not to say you can't have that as lovers, but I don't know. Friendship just hits really hard for me. The most important part of the writing process, actually, is when you loop a single song on max volume and stare at the Word document and imagine the characters doing things for 14 hours. This is known as getting in the zone. First time writing fanfiction of a character. Ugh, I hope this is all canon accurate. It can't be canon inaccurate at all, or the entire fandom will throw rocks at me. 10,057th time writing the character. Here's them working at a McDonald's. Have you ever read so much fanfiction and consumed so much fan art that you genuinely forgot what canon is? I feel like I've got some videos about that. I'll link one at the end of the video if that's true. Revising your writing is just like, is this weird? Is this a weird sentence? Is this the weirdest, most poorly worded sentence ever written by anyone? And the sentence in question is, "He walked across the room." Briefed glancely, perhaps I'm too tired to write right now. Pros of rereading your own fic. A good time. Has exactly the tropes you like and the characterization you want to read. Gratification. Yes, you did finish a thing, and yes, you did do good. Just a very fun time all around. Cons of rereading your own fic. Is that another typo? Today's post is sponsored by my story Tri-Solar System, where on the very last line I discovered I wrote peace with an A instead of peace with an I. And when I tell you I reread that thing maybe 100 times before posting, I am not exaggerating. People talk about their writer friends stealing their weird habits or borrowing backstories, but what you don't know is that we will steal your house. Layout, location, garden, color scheme, decor, the whole lot. I have childhood friends with entire abodes immortalized in my stories. I have people I met once who would be able to recognize ancient 6-month lease domiciles from a decade and a half ago. I'm in your house, I'm in your blueprints, and I am taking the lot. Love reading an older fic, like 10 to 20 years old or more, because you get these hilarious author's notes, but also because you get the occasional, "Shout out to Jessica, without you telling me to write this fic, it wouldn't exist." And then the author proceeds to write the best 100,000 word fic you've ever read, and the whole time you're thinking to yourself, where is Jessica these days? Does she know she sparked this amazing fic? Shout out to Jessica. Hope you're doing well, girl. Remember when everyone used to thank their beta readers nonstop? We've changed so much. absolutely love abusing the power that comes with third-person limited POV and just ignoring things and being vague sometimes. Does the character know all the details? No? Then I don't have to either. It's such an amazing feeling when someone picks up on something in your writing that you 100% intended but didn't think people would notice. Like, yes, my writing properly conveyed the thing it was supposed to. You are so awesome for noticing that. I am so awesome for writing that. I feel so good about my story now. I freaking love callbacks in writing. I want to freaking reference things from previous parts of the story that make my reader go like, oh shit. Writing tip. Searching place of origin-ish names will get you a lot of stuff and nonsense made up by baby bloggers. Searching place, census, year will get you lists of real names of real people who lived in that place. Obviously, not everywhere has a census or had one during the period you're writing in, but it's a better start than the goddamn baby bloggers. People who try to copy historical writing styles don't say enough weird stuff in them. I'm listening to a 1909 story about a ghost car right now, and the narrator just said he honked the car horn a bunch of times, but the way he phrased it was, I wrought a wild concerto on the hooter. Being a writer is constantly Googling the definitions of words you already know the meanings of because your brain's always paranoid and telling you maybe you've been using them wrong your entire life. I can excuse misusing words in my daily life, but my MLM slow burn enemies to lovers smut has to be perfect. Writing badly and cringily is actually an essential part of the writing process, both in terms of individual projects and in gaining voice and confidence as a writer in the long term. There is no way around the cringe. There's no way around the work. Reading my own fanfiction is basically just a roller coaster of emotional whiplash. 20% of the time, hold on, I wrote this? This is fire. This is emotionally devastating in the best way. The scene is dripping with tension. I'm a literary perfectionist. Someone give me a book deal. 80% of the time, straight to jail, immediate prison. Why is everyone's breath hitching? I used the word gaze 3 times in one paragraph like I was possessed. Did I think his eyes darkened was profound? Why is everyone clenching their jaws? Why is someone whispering their name like a prayer again? No one talks like this. What is this dialogue? Why are there so many weird metaphors and M-dashes? It is honestly amazing how much of writing and editing is just logistics. Like, do I use a name here or a pronoun? If I move this dialogue tag to the middle of this line and break it in half, does the end of the line hit harder that way? What if I move the tag to the front? What if I remove it entirely? Wait, whose point of view am I in? Can I reasonably say this character is appalled, or must I say they look or seem or sound appalled? Is this a deliberate action, or a step removed one? Is her hand closing on his shoulder, or is she closing her hand on his shoulder? Environment, environment, environment. We need to break all this dialogue up with some narration. The scene is coming untethered. What are they doing with the rest of their bodies that are not hands? Fuck. I forgot we covered this 2 chapters ago, and now I either need to cut this whole chunk or find a reason to reprise the conversation from earlier. Name or pronoun, name or pronoun, name or pronoun. Move this clause around in this sentence. Oh, I'll add this phrase. Nope, never mind. Past me added the same phrase 2 lines down. Okay, if I add too much environmental narration, it's going to take away from this bit, but not enough and it won't feel grounded. What if I move this to its own line? Where the fuck are their hands? The devastating difference between how much time it takes to write something versus how fast people read it. Maybe your fanfic doesn't have to change someone's life. Maybe it can just brighten someone's day for a bit. Big thank you to my Patreon members, my little ruse, Nebulatic Vexen, Dunka42, John Huang, Laser Scorpio, Night Avenger, Mintara, Somnophobic Danny, Savage Otters, Valzy, Terabyte AX, Kestrel, Dragonborn Canid, Angie Ender, Marpsk, and Windigo. Thank you so much for your extra support on Patreon. It means the world to me. You guys are the best Patreon members a girl could ask for. Thanks for being here, thanks for being awesome, and you guys will be getting an extended version of this video with some Tonka Joey commentary. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And the same thanks to my YouTube channel members, my Mini Ruse, Fox Star Killer, Rainy Cant, Alyssa North 24, and Siggy. Thank you so much for your extra support. I'm so glad to have you be a part of my YouTube channel. It's very kind of you, I'm really grateful, and I hope you guys are doing awesome. Keep believing in yourselves, and give yourself a pat on the back from me. And thank you to everyone else for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the posts I showed in the video. I know some might be repeats from past videos. I have a hard time remembering what Tumblr posts I've put in videos before or not. I hope you enjoy it nonetheless, even if there are some repeats. I hope you guys will have a great day or night. I'll see you in the next video, I hope. Even if I don't see you again, thanks for being here. It's really nice to have you and entertain you. So, goodbye for now.